In the context of email marketing, a cold sequence is a series of automated emails sent to a list of prospects who have not previously interacted with a business or brand. Essentially, it is an outreach strategy used to initiate contact with potential customers who are not yet familiar with a product or service. Key characteristics of a cold sequence typically include, firstly, personalization, which is tailored to the recipient's interests or industry. Secondly, multi-step, that consists of multiple emails sent over a period of time. Thirdly, value-driven, which provides valuable information, content, or special offers. Fourthly, nurturing, aiming to build trust and establish relationships. Fifthly, automation, triggered by specific actions or events such as signing up for a webinar. Cold sequences are often used in lead generation, business development, and sales outreach to reach a wider audience and convert them into potential customers. Let's elaborate on each of these key characteristics to provide a more in-depth understanding of cold sequences. Firstly, personalization. Personalization is crucial in cold emailing because it helps to break through the noise and grab the recipient's attention. Generic, mass emails are often ignored or deleted, whereas personalized emails demonstrate that the sender has taken the time to research the recipient and understand their needs. This can significantly increase the chances of a positive response. Personalization can take many forms, such as mentioning the recipient's company name, industry, or specific interests. It can also involve referencing their previous work or achievements. The goal is to make the email feel relevant and tailored to the individual rather than a generic message sent to hundreds of people. One effective way to personalize cold emails is to use data and insights gathered from various sources such as LinkedIn, company websites, and industry publications. This information can be used to craft emails that address the recipient's specific challenges or opportunities. For example, if you know that a company is expanding into a new market, you can tailor your email to highlight how your product or service can help them succeed in that market. Another important aspect of personalization is to use a conversational tone and avoid sounding too salesy or robotic. People are more likely to respond to emails that feel genuine and human. Instead of focusing solely on your product or service, try to build a rapport with the recipient and establish a connection based on shared interests or goals. Secondly, multi-step sequences. A multi-step sequence involves sending a series of emails over a period of time, rather than just one email. This allows you to gradually build a relationship with the recipient and increase the chances of getting a response. The first email in the sequence is typically an introduction email that introduces your company and explains why you're reaching out. It should be concise, engaging, and focus on the recipient's needs. Subsequent emails can provide more information about your product or service, share valuable content, or offer a special discount. The key is to keep the emails relevant and valuable to the recipient, and to avoid being too pushy or salesy. The timing of the emails is also important. You don't want to send too many emails too close together, as this can come across as spammy. A good rule of thumb is to wait a few days or a week between each email. You can also use email automation tools to schedule the emails and track their performance. This will allow you to optimize your sequence and improve your results. Thirdly, value-driven content. Providing valuable information, content, or special offers is essential for keeping recipients engaged and interested in your cold sequence. The content should be relevant to the recipient's industry, interests, and needs. It should also be informative, educational, or entertaining. Some examples of valuable content include industry reports, case studies, blog posts, webinars, and ebooks. You can also offer special discounts or promotions to incentivize recipients to take action. The key is to make sure that the content is high quality and provides real value to the recipient. Avoid simply regurgitating information that they can easily find elsewhere. Instead, focus on providing unique insights, perspectives, or solutions that they can't get anywhere else. When sharing content, be sure to include a clear call to action that tells the recipient what you want them to do next. This could be to visit your website, download a resource, or schedule a call. Make it easy for them to take the next step by providing a direct link or contact information. Fourthly, nurturing leads. Nurturing leads involves building trust and establishing relationships with potential customers over time. This is especially important in cold emailing, where you're reaching out to people who may not be familiar with your company or product. The goal of nurturing is to gradually warm up the leads and move them closer to a sale. This can be done by providing valuable content, engaging with them on social media, and offering personalized support. The key is to be patient and persistent, and to avoid being too pushy or salesy. Focus on building a genuine connection with the leads and understanding their needs. By nurturing leads, you can increase the chances of converting them into loyal customers. One effective way to nurture leads is to use email automation tools to create personalized email campaigns. These campaigns can be triggered by specific actions or events, such as signing up for a webinar or downloading a resource. The emails can provide relevant content, share valuable insights, and offer personalized support. The goal is to keep the leads engaged and interested in your company, and to move them closer to a sale. Fifthly, automation. Automation plays a critical role in scaling cold email outreach efforts. By automating tasks such as sending emails, tracking responses, and segmenting leads, businesses can reach a wider audience more efficiently and effectively. Email automation tools enable users to create personalized email sequences, schedule emails to be sent at optimal times, and track the performance of their campaigns. This data-driven approach allows marketers to continuously refine their strategies and improve their results. In addition to sending emails, automation can also be used to personalize the recipient's experience. For example, you can use data to tailor the content of your emails to the recipient's specific interests or needs. You can also use automation to trigger emails based on the recipient's behavior, such as visiting your website or downloading a resource. Overall, automation is an essential tool for any business that wants to succeed with cold emailing. By automating tasks and personalizing the recipient's experience, you can increase your chances of getting a response and converting leads into customers. In conclusion, a cold sequence is a powerful tool for generating leads, developing business, and increasing sales. By understanding the key characteristics of a cold sequence and implementing them effectively, businesses can reach a wider audience and convert them into potential customers. Remember to focus on personalization, multi-step sequences, value-driven content, nurturing leads, and automation to maximize your results. By following these guidelines, you can create cold sequences that are both effective and engaging, and that help you achieve your business goals. Let's consider some practical examples of how cold sequences can be used in different industries. Firstly, in the software industry, a company selling project management software might use a cold sequence to reach out to project managers at various companies. The first email in the sequence might introduce the software and highlight its key features. Subsequent emails might provide case studies, testimonials, and special offers. The goal is to demonstrate the value of the software and convince the project managers to try it out. Secondly, in the marketing industry, a company offering digital marketing services might use a cold sequence to reach out to marketing managers of various companies. The first email in the sequence might identify a specific challenge that the marketing managers are facing, such as generating leads or improving website traffic. Subsequent emails might provide tips, resources, and case studies on how to overcome these challenges. The goal is to establish the company as a thought leader and convince the marketing managers to hire them for their digital marketing needs. Thirdly, in the financial services industry, a company offering investment management services might use a cold sequence to reach out to high net worth individuals. The first email in the sequence might introduce the company and highlight its investment philosophy. Subsequent emails might provide market insights, investment recommendations, and testimonials from satisfied clients. The goal is to build trust and convince the individuals to entrust their investments to the company. These are just a few examples of how cold sequences can be used in different industries. The key is to tailor the content of the emails to the specific needs and interests of the recipients. By providing valuable information, establishing a relationship, and offering personalized support, you can increase your chances of converting leads into customers. Finally, let's discuss some common mistakes to avoid when creating cold sequences. One common mistake is to send generic, mass emails that are not personalized to the recipient. This can come across as spammy and can damage your reputation. Another common mistake is to be too pushy or salesy in your emails. Focus on providing value and building a relationship, rather than simply trying to sell your product or service. A third common mistake is to not track the performance of your campaigns. This will prevent you from optimizing your sequence and improving your results. Make sure to use email automation tools to track opens, clicks, and conversions. By avoiding these common mistakes, you can create cold sequences that are both effective and engaging, and that help you achieve your business goals. Remember that cold emailing is a long-term strategy that requires patience, persistence, and a commitment to providing value to your recipients. By following these guidelines, you can build successful cold email campaigns that generate leads, develop business, and increase sales. Always remember to comply with all applicable laws and regulations, such as the CAN-SPAM Act, when sending cold emails. This includes providing a clear and conspicuous way for recipients to unsubscribe from your emails and honoring their unsubscribe requests promptly. Failure to comply with these laws can result in significant penalties. Also, it is essential to maintain a clean and up-to-date email list. Regularly remove invalid or inactive email addresses to improve your deliverability and avoid being flagged as spam. You can use email verification tools to help you identify and remove these addresses. Furthermore, consider using a dedicated IP address for your cold email campaigns. This can help to protect your primary domain's reputation and prevent your emails from being blocked by email providers. A dedicated IP address gives you more control over your sending reputation and can improve your deliverability rates. When crafting your cold emails, pay close attention to your subject lines. The subject line is the first thing that recipients will see, so it's important to make it compelling and relevant. Avoid using misleading or clickbait subject lines, as this can damage your credibility. Instead, focus on creating subject lines that accurately reflect the content of your email and pique the recipient's interest. Finally, don't be afraid to experiment with different approaches and strategies. Cold emailing is an evolving field, so it's important to stay up to date on the latest trends and best practices. Test different subject lines, email templates, and calls to action to see what works best for your target audience. By continuously learning and adapting, you can improve your cold email campaigns and achieve your desired results.